Still thinking, looks like.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so why do we need to talk about your periods? Well, they are a sign of good health. Knowing about your cycle is going to help enlighten you about how you feel, how you train, how you perform. It's going to improve your confidence. So we do need to talk a bit more about your period. So what is it? So most girls get their period or their first menstrual cycle or their menses, as it's called. Menarche is that first menstrual period, usually happens when you're 12 or 13, but 20% of girls will get it younger than that or older than 15, and that's all normal. There are a few genetic factors that might influence when you get your period, but overall it's around that time. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the menstrual cycle through here. It is a cycle, as we know, and it goes usually on about 28 days. The first day of your menstrual cycle is always the first day of your period. And that's when hormone changes within your hypothalamus and your pituitary, as well as your ovaries, will release various hormones, including estrogen and progesterone, which are the main sex hormones for females. So estrogen is this big black line, progesterone is the dotted line. So at the beginning of your period, you're going into the follicular phase. So that's where does everyone know about ovaries and uteruses and stuff like that? We've done a bit of biology. Am I saying words you don't know about? Okay, so we know that we've got the uterus, don't we, and the ovaries, and the eggs that get released every month. So you get an egg that gets released from a follicle in one ovary, and it's usually only one egg, and it develops during this follicular phase. So one is miraculously chosen, and during that development, over the first sort of 2 weeks, that develops, and then during ovulation, that egg gets released, and you have this big spike in estrogen, and then that big drop again. So with that big drop, you then get this rise in progesterone, which can make some girls feel quite moody and bloated and that kind of thing. If that egg is not fertilized, which is 99% of the time it doesn't get fertilized, then at this point in time, those hormones are like, oh, there's no fertilization, and both of those hormones drop back down again. And that triggers the endometrium, which is the lining of the uterus, to develop or to break away, and we end up with the next menstrual period. So it happens 1 month after another. So that's sort of how that all works. So we count the first day of your period is the first day of your cycle.